Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Knowledge and Spaceships Live Talk. I am your host, and I have a special guest. If I'm pronouncing it right, hopefully I will be. If you don't pronounce your name wrong, Yaretas, but feel free to correct yourself if needed. Or me if needed. Did I
Oh,
get it right?
yeah, I'm good. I was just waiting for the introduction. So, hey, everybody, my name is Yaretas. So, yeah, pronounce it right. Yaretas is a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I will introduce myself a little bit, well, I am a hardcore, cozy streamer, cozy gamer. And
Mhm.
on the side, I am a freelance web designer. So, yeah, I keep myself busy.
Okay. See, you already jumped right into the number one question about telling us about yourself. You was like, look, man, I'm gonna go straight to the point on this one. Yeah.
Right.
No, but you good. But yes, tonight's live talk is with Yaretas. She is a Twitch streamer. And like she said, like she said, she pretty much, told you like what it is, like the things that she does. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yes, okay. I'm gonna ask you like since you always told us about yourself, right? I wanna ask. Um and let me make sure because I want to make sure I'm not like, over jumping some of these questions.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what? I'm
no.
just start with number two. What are your interests and hobbies?
Well, interests and hobbies. Other than working full time, my interests, I am very passionate about video games. I'm very crafty. So you can see, like, in the background, purposely I took off the blur from it because I normally do my interviews with the blur in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Very crafty. I do t-shirts on the side, like um, I do the stamping, like I do vinyl sublimation.
Okay.
So the whole t-shirt business is just right here. I also like to do arts and crafts. So I do a lot of jewelry, um, resin crafts, clay. I like to play a lot with my hands on my free times.
Okay.
And the other part of my days, I divide it with streaming because I stream video games. It's like one of those things that I can relax, get to meet new people. It's kind of like my little social moment that I get to share with other people and share that passion of video games that you don't get to do in your everyday life because when you have that group of friends that we have so many interests that video games is not the one in there. So Twitch
Mm-hmm.
has allowed me to channel that and just go all out. And the other thing is, my other passion is that I like to serve people. Like, I like to help out. So, my main job, my 9 to 5, I am a manager at a dental office. So I get to have that interaction with patients and care for their needs because even though the doctor is the one that performs the work as it is
Mm-hmm.
something that the way that you can actually interact with them, give them that comfort that their treatment is going to be done, showing them what they need, why they need the services that they need, and if they need any financing or whatnot. I will
Okay.
help them guide them through that process. So, kind of like changing that stigma of the industry that it's not that bad. They don't kill
Okay.
you there.
Yeah.
So, I
Mm-hmm.
combine all that and wrap it in a 7 day a week kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
my freelance business. So, I do build websites and web applications for small businesses.
Okay. Nice. So web application for small businesses. Okay.
Mhm.
Um. All right. Let's go back real quick. But before
Yes.
we do, I gotta give a shout outs to Brianna E. Brianna E is in the building. Okay.
Oh,
Shout outs to Brianna
hey.
E. We'll give you an air horn. But Brianna E decides to transform into like her Super Saiyan form into Kawaii B. So give a shout out to Kawaii B as well. Oh, my ear.
Hey, hey.
You know, she's giving a shout out as well. So thank you for tuning in. And everyone, please make sure you get the likes up for the ones who are watching.
Yeah,
All
get
right.
them up.
Yeah. Okay, so Yaretas. Yaretas. So I want to go back a little bit because you mentioned about gaming, and I know you're a Twitch streamer. So did did gaming led to, because it's not gaming more led to like you becoming like a Twitch streamer. Am I correct? Was that
Um,
was the first start?
kind of, because the
Okay.
start was very weird. While I was in, when I was like in boot camp, when I was actually studying for web development, I had a group
Mm-hmm.
of friends, and one of them, one of my best friends, she was a streamer, and we used to hang out like on our class and just chill, have a good time. And she came up one day to me and it's like, man, you should try it. You really will be really good at this. And I actually listened to her. That's how I started streaming. To be really
Mm.
honest, it was an influence of a friend, and it ended up working. Like, I didn't start
Mm-hmm.
on Twitch particularly. I started was on Mixer when Mixer was around.
I never heard of it. Okay.
Yeah, Mixer died like what, 1 or 2 years ago at this point. Two, yeah, like 2 years ago already. And I started there. And
Oh, okay.
then I took a pause because when they closed Mixer, I was like kind of bummed out because it's like, man, you put some work in to grow
Yeah.
your channel, and it's like they were done. They're like, oh, if you want, you can transfer it to Facebook Gaming, but I was not interested.
Mm. You,
So
yeah.
I
I
took a
think you
break.
going. Yeah, I think you going to Twitch was definitely like a good choice.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of a good choice, one of the best choices that I ever made was, meeting Mr. Best in the world, being friends with him on a personal scale, and allowing him to network manage these live streams. Without him, we wouldn't be having these like live talks a lot because you got to find the people who knows how to build with the people. So salute to Mr. Best in the world, 84.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yaretas, great to see you, sister. Welcome.
Hey,
You know what I mean? And three, good to see you as well. I
You
like your
too.
background, Yaretas. You got the Pikachu back there. All that.
Mm-hmm.
thank
And
you.
that Pikachu, I think it was either Pikachu movie or Pokemon movie with Pikachu, like his the guy kind of his body went into Pikachu.
Oh,
That
you
movie was
talking about
great.
Detective Pikachu? Oh, that was the
Oh, that was a
best.
great movie. Oh man, they need to
That
Oh
was
make a
the
yes,
part
definitely.
two.
best.
I hope so.
I hope, because it was an excellent movie. I
Bomb.
w- I was not expecting it to be that good.
I
You
was
know,
expecting for it to be that deep, you know?
right?
Hmm.
It just hit to our souls, to the people that grew up with that, like
Mhm.
to the people that grew up with Pokemon 2000, like that was it. So I loved it.
Please make a part two. Please make a part two, y'all.
What was it?
You
Ryan
better.
Reynolds was Pikachu, right? Detective
Yes,
Pikachu?
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Excellent
Yes.
job.
Shout out to that guy, man. He's making big moves, man. I'm telling you.
he
He's a funny guy. I
is.
like him. Let me ask you this, Yaretas.
Yes.
Were you one of the people like me when the first 151 Pokemon came out? Okay, like season one. Were you one of the people that memorized all the names at the time in order?
Dang.
Oh, of course. The pucker rap was the thing.
Yes, yeah.
Was the thing I was looking forward at the end of every episode. So
Heck yeah,
yeah.
I was like, yo, when that to be continued like pop up and then it fade out, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready for the song. You know what I mean?
I'm ready for that poke rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, those were the days. And then
Yeah.
season 2 or 3 came out. I think it was season 3. I'm not for sure, but after that, then you had additional 100 Pokemon, which totaled to one. No, it was 99. So it was 100 and no 250, I think, and then just grew,
And
grew, and I was
grew.
like, oh, I'm done. You know. Yeah,
I'm a huge fan, but yeah, memorizing almost 800. No, like I don't have the brain power. I got some adulting things that need to be using that side slot of my memory. So
hmm
yeah, I don't have them memorized, but Pokemon I've been a huge fan ever since I
yeah,
played the first one. So I play them to this day.
yeah. I played the red version. I wanted the
Hmm.
blue one so bad, but I mean it was I borrowed it from my cousin, so I just took whatever I could, and I actually like adored it, as a kid. Um, yeah, and then they had all kinds of like green, yellow, and all that colors. So it
Yeah,
was fun overall.
it was, and now is a rare collector item. Like if you have them from your childhood, keep them because they are worth a lot of money. The original ones worth a lot of money.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was stolen. So
I know I don't have them either.
yeah. Um. Okay. So all right. Now you mentioned about being a manager in the dental industry. Was something like your passion?
Well, what can I say? Um, I started in dentistry almost like I was pushed to be in dentistry. When I was living in Colombia, I
Mm.
had a choice to make, or either of three careers if it was going to be paid by my family.
Mm-hmm.
So those three careers was uh, medicine, dentistry, or law. So I wanted to go to med school at one point. I did the exams and I passed. So I was almost ready to go to med school. But then I
Mm-hmm.
thought about it, to be really honest, and I wanted to go more on technology. But technology at that time was almost in its infancies. Like it wasn't like it is right now by the time I have to
Okay.
decide. But my parents was not going to pay for me to do computer science. So I went ahead and chose dentistry. But I didn't choose to be a dentist as it was because I hate that part of dentistry. It's weird. So I
Yeah.
went to study for lab technician. So I went to school for dentistry and then I specialized in lab tech. So that's how I got introduced on it. And I end up liking it because it's something that you can do with your hands and is something very rewarding when you see your final product, like a crown, a partial, whatever restoration that you do, and you see that person smile and nobody will notice that your work is in there. That's when you know that you did a good job. It's that when you do something and that person smile from ear to ear and nobody noticed that they have something. So
Correct.
yeah, it's very rewarding, very rewarding. So
Definitely for
I
sure.
did that for a couple of years before I came here to US.
So you currently live in the U.S. You're saying?
Mm, yeah, of course. Before
Okay.
I came here, because like my story is kind of like divided in two. 10 years
Okay.
ago, I came to live here in US, and before I was living in Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing that, and I was working like half and half, like doing
Yeah.
lab work, and I was working in technology as well. I was repairing, troubleshooting computers. You know, when you have like that ability to be self-taught, um, you will learn how to hustle. You learn how to hustle. So yeah, that's what I was doing too, and I was working based on commission. So I was dividing my time in two. So it was pretty
Well,
tough,
okay.
but I made it.
Well, you know what? That's good. I didn't see. I thought you were still living currently in Colombia, so I didn't know you're in the U.S. So okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know. Um, Now, before I dive deep into the web design, I do have to give shouts to critically, no, well, Arshawn's critically drinking. So, like the name change. So, salutes to you, my brother.
There you go.
Shouts to all the people that's in the Twitch gang and also on the YouTube space as well. Get the likes up and then also raid our Twitch channel as well. So, Yaretas with three hearts of love. And then, shout outs to Daryl Long. So salute to my brother. He says, welcome in everyone. Hit the like button. Yes, definitely for sure. And with the side duck. Okay. Now, now the other one, okay. Can you explain a little bit more about the freelance like web design? And I know you also talk about like Mixer as well. Man, that kind of sucks. It was like only like a short lifespan. But hold on, let me ask you about Mixer real quick.
Yeah.
With Mixer, because I never really heard of it before. So if Mixer have never went out of business, um, eventually will you have been getting monetized or was like incentive from Mixer?
Yeah. Like put it like now that what you know about kind of like put it on layman's terms,
Mm-hmm.
what you know about Twitch is like the Microsoft version of that.
Mm.
So they were having almost the same system, but Twitch was, of course, more refined because it had more time to actually develop into what Twitch is today.
Mm-hmm.
And Microsoft tried to do something similar with it. The community was a little
Mm-hmm.
bit like way much smaller, so it was feeling a little bit more tighter for me. And at the same time, I was like with a bunch of friends that were on Mixer, so
Mm-hmm.
um, I was feeling like I was kind of like in a family setting. It was very comfortable. So when I got introduced, it wasn't too hard for me to actually get going. When I started on Twitch, it was coming after like I was feeling like I was on a breakup. I was like, I broke up with Mixer. Let me come here and see what is this about. Which I am very surprised and glad that the community here is amazing. It's just as amazing as it was on Mixer, but now it's just much bigger. The grind is real, but is the community is amazing. I got had the opportunity to meet awesome people like UM3, like Arshawn in the building that is over there watching out, Kawaii Breed. Like I had the opportunity to meet awesome people here. So I'm very grateful too. I have to see the positive on everything. So I
Hey,
don't see
we're
nothing wrong
just
with it.
as hey, we're just as equally grateful as you are because I know you've been around. We know you like, in the comments and you came up to the panel like, one or two times, with Yella and a few others. And
Mm-hmm.
so as we started to kind of get to know you a little bit more, especially um I know you was in a ladies night live stream with
Yes.
Sonny as well. So I was like, oh, okay, okay. Um, it's just good to kind of like have that type of social interaction where we just use the media to get to know each other, simple as possible, and we just always constantly learn something new.
Yep, that's true. And let's don't
Mhm.
forget about Mr. Best in the World. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Final
Sorry,
thought.
family. I was struggling streaming. Sorry about that.
Oh, no
Technology
worries.
sometimes is technology.
I
Want to give a
know,
quick shout
right?
out to Arshawn Dave. Oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry, right?
Oh no, continue.
Oh, okay. Want to give a shout out to Arshawn Dave from Critically Drinking. Also, Kawhi Bree, good to see you. And also, my Brody, man. Daryl Long, man. Everyone hit the like button. Definitely. Peace and love. Much blessings to Daryl Long, man.
Definitely for sure. Thank you for your support, people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay. Now, now freelance and web design. Can you explain more about that? Like, okay, like as far as like, because you said web apps. So can you dive into it a little bit first?
Yeah, like you want to know more about like the technicalities or how I got into it.
Well, both. How'd you get into it? Like, what sparked your interest? And then what are the technicalities that you face?
Okay. So once I got into the program, like it was fairly kind of like it was an interesting story how I got into web development. I started in college
Mm-hmm.
for for computer science, which I realized that a lot of the classes that I was taking in order to get to the portion of computer science that I actually wanted to get, I was needing to make a
Mm-hmm.
lot of remedial classes, history, um, social stuff. Like it's just a lot of things to group in there before you actually take your classes that it will be portraying to your career. I didn't like that. And I
Yeah.
knew that I was going to do web design. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to look for another route, even though it might take longer because self thought it is hard because you have to be very committed and stick to a schedule. You might know that there's a lot of information out there, but it's not like kind of like streamlined down to something that you can like a curriculum that you can follow. You just have to just create your own. So I started
Mm-hmm.
that way, and then I heard about a scholarship, a Google scholar, like Grow with Google scholarship that will actually teach you basics of web development, which I applied and I got granted that. And I just kind of granted that challenge. It was a 3-month challenge. And I got to finish that and was actually granted the full scholarship for it. So that's how I got introduced in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a very fun journey because you get to meet people. I got to meet like my best friends today are
Mm-hmm.
from that journey. So I started with that, and once I finished front end development and I got my certificate, I was feeling
Mm-hmm.
like I was missing something. I was like, man, I want to be a little bit more well rounded. So I started to look into boot camps, and
Mm-hmm.
I found one that it was very interesting to me that it calls like Bloom Institute of Technology, and I applied to it and went at it. Went at it too.
Okay.
Went at it too. So I finished last year. So it was like good.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, it was like good 2 years and a half, not including the break that I had to take because my
Congrats,
mind was.
congrats, congrats.
Thanks. My mind was fried for a while, so I had to take a little hiatus. So I got into freelance because I wanted to start building my portfolio. That was the main reason that I started.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to have that real life experience because when you wanted to apply for a job as a web developer, I didn't want to land into the entry level. I wanted to land a little bit higher than that. So that's how I started. And now I do it more because I can control what I do. Like I can control the amount of work I get.
Mm-hmm.
I can control most the pay, and I know that I get a good steady side income there.
Nice,
So
nice.
yeah, I do now. It's a more of a business now. I turned it into a small business because I get constant flow now because the word of mouth have gone far enough for me to have work constantly.
That's
So
beautiful.
I can't complain whatsoever. I cannot
Well,
complain. It's a blessing.
you know what? We gotta give it a round of applause. Let's take a moment real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey. So, okay. So now, can you explain the okay? What technicalities that you encounter when creating web design and apps in specific?
Okay. Now on the technicalities, like that is more on the, it depends on what the client wants. So if the client wants something very simple, like more on the UI design, so it's more of a visual thing. They just need 3 pages. We can actually develop. I can actually develop that more on the design. And it takes more of my design aspect when we um when they're actually telling me that they're going to do a more robust application where they need to have database like storage information. So that means that they will have to create um, where people can, like a WooCommerce. WooCommerce like a online shop where you have to create an account, storage credit card information, all that goes more into an application at itself because it requires more the front end, that is the visual part, that when you type in just put in a website, type in Twitch, the first thing that you see, that UI, that's the visual, which is almost the easiest part to do. But to make all those components work, when you press the button, this button will take you this. Or if you're going to storage your like emotes or create your account, storage your photo, all that is back end work, which it doesn't have nothing pretty. It's just a lot of code in database. And make sure that both are connected, what you see and what you don't see, to work seamless. Because when the clients or the users will just make a click, everything needs to
Mm-hmm.
work. It cannot break.
Mm. So
Yeah.
there's no room
And
for error on this one.
no, it's not. And right now, because I'm still on that growing phase, that I still have steady work, but not enough work. When it's one person doing all that, oh, that is that can be something. So the things that I do to keep myself organized is that I use a lot of um, agile, like project management tools, because I have to structure myself like, if this project will be 3 months. In those 3 months, I'm going to have at least 3 sprints, or I can divide it in less depending on what the project. And then those sprints, I have to hit certain milestones.
Mm,
So
okay.
if I don't divide it that way, like literally solve my issue, solve the problem even before I touch the computer, I have to have all that written down, mapped out. So that way when you get to work, you just get to work. You already have everything mapped out. So it gives you room to troubleshoot. It gives you room for all the other stuff. So it's more a lot. For me, it's more about planning. Once you plan right, everything is just streamlined. The skills, you already have it.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Best, you have anything you want to ask?
I'm sorry.
Um. Oh no, no. Go ahead, Yaretas. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Oh no, I was going to say I'm sorry. I thought that you were going to talk to me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
talking about Mr. Best? Okay.
Yeah.
um, I'll just say that she's actually telling the truth a lot of truth, because when you are trying to get within the tech field, it is a process. And if you have to work, it's definitely a process because um, to get my administration certificate, which I have posted right here on one of my tables here. I wish I could show it, but it has my government, so I can't. But has my government name, so I can't show it. But yeah, it took a lot of work. It took a lot of effort, and it really took a lot out of me, literally, to get that. But it's definitely worth it. And if you want to get into the tech field, you have to understand you have to be certified. If you're not certified, they will overlook you or they will not pay you. what you believe that you're worth. Because a lot of times it's not about what you know; it's about if you can prove what you know. And the best way to
Exactly.
prove it is to be certified. And you know what I'm saying? That will take you from making one amount of income to a whole another amount of income. And also, there's what people don't understand, the anonymity that you get is just, it can be really, really, really beautiful. That's the best way I can describe it. Like they want to pay for your food. Sometimes they want to pay for your travel. Some people, if you get so far in the tech field, they will pay for you to move. You know what I mean? Some companies will definitely pay for you to move. They'll let you work from a remote location. It all depends. So the amenities and the benefits of it is just it's just incredible. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm telling anybody. If you're looking for a field and you like technology already, whether it's video gaming, whether it's computers, whether it's just this, get into the tech field. Okay, just go get into the tech field. They have more jobs than they have actual people. Okay, so you won't be without a job. You will find something quickly, and they will call you. They will call you. You know what I mean? Even when you're not looking, if you post your resume somewhere, they will hit you up. Trust me, they will. And they will show interest. So put yourself out there, whether it's Indeed, whether it's ZipRecruiter, whether it's a why is this thought escaping me right now? Whether it's a startup or whether it's a job placement type of situation. I forget what they call it. They call it they have an actual term for this, and I'm forgetting the terminology.
We talk about the networking events.
That but they are called it's a place where you go and they actually help you to find different employment, but I forget what they call. I forget the terminology of it. It's right there. It's right in my mind frame, and I know the name of it, but I'm forgetting the terminology.
Oh, get
Um,
out there.
but yes, it'll come back to me. But yes, you can go there, and there's different companies that allow you to do that. And they will see your resume, and they'll reach out to different tech companies for you. You know what I mean? So listen, put yourself out there in the tech field. I'm telling you, y'all, it's truly worth it. It's truly worth it. And on top of that, lastly, you know what I mean? As far as like when you want to take time off or how you kind of want to flex it, once you get certified enough in the tech field, you decide when you want to work, how much you want to work. You know what I mean? When you don't want to work, you know what I mean? What days you don't want to work. It's not like any other field. It's not like any other field. I'm
I
telling y'all, it's not
know.
like any other field. So yeah. Whole
That's what I've been working hard because it's like, man, I know that once I get there, it's just another level. Uh,
nother level.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I know.
Yeah, most definitely.
You've been doing yours since you said 2018 or 19.
Well, I started with that in 2018. So I finished in 2019 for the Google certificate. And then I went
Hmm.
um, to the boot camp to actually finish out. So it took me a couple of like 2 years and a half of a
Hmm.
program to finish and start freelancing because I started freelancing and it's like, man, I'm just going to go ahead and build my skills enough. So when I start to apply, it's like there is no doubt in nobody's mind that I know can I do this. Or it's just even convincing myself that I know I can do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely different, especially when you're coming from like a different field. Because I was coming from customer service and retail. I did that
Yeah.
for over almost dang near 2 decades, of like 12 or 13 years. I forget the
Hmm.
amount. It was almost 15 years I did like retail and customer service. So then when I started to switch over, and it was through recommendation, he was like, "Hey, you got a lot of customer service. Why don't you work for a startup?" And I was like, "Man, I ain't got no tech experience like that. Like, I'm working at this
Mm-hmm.
phone store. You know what I mean?" He's like, "No, but you know technology. Like, you know what I mean? You should definitely do it." And I was like, all right. I put myself out there, and so once I did that, everything changed. Everything changed. So I was like,
Mm.
all right, you know what I mean? Like staffing agency. That's what I wanted to say. Staffing agency. There you go. That was the
Oh,
terminology. I lost it.
it came
So
back.
yes, yeah, it came back. Shout out to the staffing agencies, man. Y'all are bomb. You know what I mean? So basically, It was through recommendation because my career started in 2016. It was through recommendation. I applied, and then when I applied, the people didn't know me, so they shut me down. They told me no. And then the friend who recommended me, he spoke to the person that owned the company. They gave me an interview. My interviewing skills have always been pretty dope. So I knocked it out the park, and then I got my first opportunity, and then from there on, I just kept going and kept growing. And trust me, as I was going through it, it was a process because this was before I was certified. So it was definitely a
Mhm.
process. You know what I'm saying? And I had to eat some crow for a little bit. You know what I mean? For a couple of years, but then I was like, all right, let me go get certified. So I got certified, and then I was like, all right, I'm in now. So the next thing I just got to do is coding. That's the next one I want to get certified in. And then once I get certified in coding, I have coding and administration, and I'll be all set. You know what I
I
mean?
was
So,
about to say, because um, the other things that I really was interested, because managing the office, you get that manager experience, you can translate almost anywhere. But for
hmm
me, project management, because I only just have done it like once or twice,
hmm
that I have been a consultant in other groups too when they're developing an application. So I've gone there almost in a project management role, like, oh, let make sure that this small
Mm-hmm.
team here is working properly. I was like,
hmm
man, I actually love that too, because it's like I'm still involved, and you get to know all the aspects, because that's how I got to know all the aspects of the basically the development cycle, because
mm
UI translate UI passes to front end, and back end are in communications, and then when they do testing, then we pass on testing, and I kind of learned how to basically know how everything works, and that's how I structure everything for myself when I do my own applications. That have that experience on consulting other ones and know how to team works. And when I was studying at school, that's how they
Mm-hmm.
divide us to do. So when we were building applications, even as small one as it was, we were still divided on those teams. So we were in basically every aspect of it until we were done.
All right, nice. Okay. Um, yeah, man, that's getting to the technology field is definitely worth it. And also too, like we combine technology with fine arts as well too. It's almost like, and you get those certifications. It's like the doors open even more, even wider
hmm
for you. Um, Yaris, so I had a number three question for you, but you already kind of explained how you got into your social media journey. So we're gonna skip number three because number four I'm going to ask you is, and this is kind of lengthy, but how long did it take for your content to grow and become what it is today? Example, followers on Twitch or IG, subscribers on YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel and you stream on that, and then just the people supporting you and content development. Now, before I allow you to answer number four for us, I gotta play like a quick intermission. Shout outs to Be Easy
Hey,
That Dude.
it's gonna be
We
easy.
actually have an extra intermission, so let me go ahead and release that for her. So give me about 1 second. Oh, there it is.
Let's go.
So everybody, make sure you follow these steps. Play the intermission. All right. Hope you guys
Hey.
enjoyed the intermission.
Yay!
The last one will definitely play
That
at
was
the
dope.
end. Yeah, so shout out to Be Easy, that dude, for making these intermissions like for us. Gives us a time to
Yeah.
kind of breathe, relax, and recuperate. Because sometimes answering these questions can be brain challenging, or maybe not for some. But yeah, so Yaris, what do you think about number 4?
Um, well, a lot. How long it took my content to grow? Well, it's still growing, if you ask me.
Okay.
It's still growing, but a lot has to do with reaching out. For me,
Mhm.
was that like actually participating in somebody else's growth, that in terms contributes to your own growth and you don't even know it, because that's what it happened to me. Like, I can say it from my TikTok. I don't have like a lot of followers, but the growth that I had has been the growth for the last 4 months. And 4 months, just a little, the growth that I've been having steady has been for the fact that I have like actually watched the content and interact with interact with other creators, which has lead me to being here, or had led me to be in other panels, which I feel very honored because I was not expecting to be in there yet. Like, well, you get invited and you think that you have, for me and not personal, and I feel like, man, I'm still growing. I'm still small yet. But it's just it still is an honor because it's just kind of share that platform that, yeah, we are here. Like, we have a voice, we got something to say. And yeah, my social media has grown there. My TikTok mainly has been more for related to my gaming,
Mhm.
everything related to that. My Instagram is more related into my personal and my web development journey, because that's how I used to post almost everything there.
Mhm.
YouTube is gonna be, it's still on the pipelines. I'm still trying to juggle all the stuff that I do and then add YouTube to it. Yeah, I kind of need to kind of work myself into adding to YouTube. I have thought about it, but not in YouTube yet. But yeah,
Mm.
those are for me. Oh, and Facebook, even though that a lot of people don't like Facebook, but I recommend Facebook groups. Facebook groups are the best.
Okay, okay.
Like, I have found a
Mm.
lot of support. Um, there is a community on those groups that people just think that they're forgotten, but no, it's pretty active. So yeah, that's how I have been able to network a lot, is in there. And here on Twitch, like, Twitch is the bomb. If you ask me, and Twitch is the
I,
bomb.
I want to send a
Nice,
special
nice.
shout out before I give my feedback and my encouragement to what you just said. And I love the dog in the background. Got to give a shout
Oh,
out
thanks.
to Wally, Mr. Wealth Talk Productions. Good to see you, man. What up, man? He said salute KNR. That's a showbox guest in chat. Salute to you, brother.
Salute,
Definitely check
brother.
him out on Wealth Talk Production. He has some great content. Um, and my feedback and my encouragement would be, hey, listen, it's a journey. It's a journey. I remember when we had 300 subs. Hell, I remember when we had 200 subs, and now being at 800, it's like it's a journey. It's a process.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not something that happens overnight. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's a beautiful journey. You know what I mean? And it's good to have people that really are interested in your product. They're really interested in your topics. They're really interested in helping you grow and be a part of what you're doing. Like, that's the biggest thing. You know. And we are always grateful for our audiences, or for the people in the chat, or people who just view our product. We also, and our fans, I guess, right? Kind of weird. I hate saying that, but yeah, I guess, people are fans of the product, so we do appreciate that. And then also, we're also grateful to network with people like you, because it doesn't matter how big or how small the YouTuber is. know what I mean? And I guess in a business aspect, it does matter as far as numbers. But for ourselves, we don't just look for the numbers, really. We look for a great character because we know people who have thousands of subscribers and their character is terrible. The character absolutely
I
sucks.
see.
And then we know people that don't have that many subscribers and the character absolutely sucks. But, you know what I mean, who are just starting and they're so prideful for no reason. At least the people who have a lot of subscribers, they have something to be prideful about. But, you know what I mean? So we've experienced both. But then out of all, we've also found some really great people who, you know, whether they have a lot of content or they have a little bit of content, a lot of subscribers or just a little or less subscribers, it's all about the character. You know what I mean? It's all about who they are. And also it's all about, you know, if they are able to produce content and they're able to make content that's relatable. Also, if they get help with their content. Because nobody knows everything, right? None of us know everything. We all need help in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you're trying to figure out YouTube. And we'll talk more business stuff after the stream. I'm not gonna do that now. But yeah, we'll talk more about that. Oh, we got some more people that popped in. Hey guys. We got Truth is Never Favorite. Good to see you, brother. I see you up in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna holler at him real quick. You know what I mean? He says, whoa, not in relationships where my wrench had blood in. You want a wrench? Okay, well, okay.
We got enough truth. Yeah.
Yeah. We also got Harris Shot Media Group. He says Twitch gang. What's going on, Harris Shot Media? Shout out to Mr. and Mr. She said and the whole Twitch gang. You know what I'm saying? And y'all make sure y'all follow Yaretas. You know what I mean? On her Twitch. He's on her Twitch journey. You know. True says LOL. You know what I mean? And then also Harris Shot Media says, what up? That Truth blood in. Okay.
Blood in.
He said, "Give me my wrench." That boy demanded that wrench.
I'll give you a steak, man. You know, but yeah, we got enough mods as it is. Truth, we appreciate it. Yeah,
That was funny.
But blood in, definitely for sure.
Definitely.
All right, but now, and make sure. Oh, matter of fact, Truth, do you have a Twitch account? I need to start encouraging people to start creating Twitch accounts, man. We need to start supporting our Twitch family. So shout out to the Twitch gang that do support. Come on, everybody. Let's worry about first creating Twitch accounts. If y'all don't have a Twitch account, all right, we can't worry about the wrenches right now. We gotta fix our Twitch accounts, man. We gotta create a Twitch account, everybody, so we can support this dear sister of ours. Okay, so please. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And if who wants to do have a Twitch account, make sure y'all follow. Okay. Not yet. Once I get a schedule. Yeah, I get you. I'll cut you for the fair day, man. Don't be like that. Truth. Come on, man. You still blooded no matter what. Yeah. But okay. So all right. And you are, a Twitch affiliate. How does that feel being a affiliate from Twitch?
Man, that was a major accomplishment because honestly, when I put the work in it, it took me 2 months, month and a half, 2 months, just grinding hard in it. And it was hard. I said I need to stop doing certain things and just get this affiliate thing. But yeah, it was very rewarding. It wasn't so much about the money because I know that eventually that will come because I didn't start Twitch for that. It was just a milestone that I wanted to get because I wanted to able to interact with more with my viewers and especially those emote slots. I was ready for those side docs to put them on. I had them already prepared before even before even getting the affiliate. I already knew what I was going to put in there, so I was determined. Was just it was really an accomplishment. It was a milestone that I wanted to get, and I wanted to have that new way to express more of my personality with my viewers. So yeah, that was one of the main reasons to hit affiliate for me.
Okay, nice.
Cool,
All right,
cool, cool.
that's what's up. And oh yeah, our bonus question. I like this new bonus question. So when you received our
Yeah.
invitation to join our panel as a special guest, what was your first thought in mind about us and why you decided to give Naj in relationships a chance?
Hold on, before
You got a
Come
dog?
on.
hey, the
What
dog's like,
the
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna answer. I got this. But no,
Oh,
oh,
I
oh
set
man,
up
we
a
all got
trend.
dogs. Oh, the dogs is here. The dogs are here.
We set up a trend.
Before you answer, y'all hear this? I just want to say like this. It was a crazy process because like I asked her right, and then
Uh-huh.
we had to figure out a time and date. And we figured out a time and date, but then the time and date didn't work. I was like, oh man, I gotta let her know about the time and date and it ain't work. Then we had to go back. I had to reschedule it. Then we rescheduled. She said yes. I said, cool, let's work. You know what I'm saying? But she made the whole process completely easy. Thank you for doing that, Yaretas. And yes, you can definitely answer the question. Didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry, but I just want to tell a little story real quick before you answer. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
The first time, like always, is that I feel very honored just for the invitation alone. Because when I'm an spectator, then I was just watching you guys like in the panel talking, and you guys would uh talking about very interesting, like touching interesting points and stuff. And the invitation came up for me, was just an honor to be part of that conversation. Because when I come in, but especially on the Twitch sphere, is that I am more of an spectator, and I'm just going to be just looking, watching you guys interact, and me pitch in on the chat. But it's more of a kind of like in the back burner, like in the second tier, because when you interact, we interact in between the group first, and then we just look at the chat and we just interact. So
Mhm.
when I come in, I was not expecting to be actually a part of the panel. So that for me was just like, oh man, they
Yeah.
invite me. Was like, what I got to say? I play games all the time.
Hey, just like the person,
But
right? Come on down, right? Oh man, I
yeah,
wish I could use that sound effects. Oh, and
yeah.
like, but see, here's the thing, right? You probably see this is what you probably don't know about Yaris, right? I used to be a professional gamer for the Smash Bros. Community, so
Ooh.
the name M3 was my gaming tag. And so I will pick a certain character, one of the low tiers. He's small, round, pink, okay, with pink reddish feet. And he flies, floats a little bit.
The one with the
Yep. And he'll suck you in and spit you out. So so everybody used to get pissed because I'll choose that character just for trolling purposes. So when I fight, I'll duck, I'll swallow, I'll take them off the stage, I'll do some cheap stuff or whatever, and that's how I create my enemies. You know, but hey, it's video games, so just deal with it. So yeah, when I we always open anyone, especially like in the gaming community too. One of these days, who knows? Maybe I might do like an exclusive stream just for gaming. We'll
that
see.
would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Quiet B says earlier, right? She was like, the little bitty dog. Truth was hollering, right? He was off his chair. And then Kawhi was like, oh, wait, that one sounded big. Yeah, Yeah, sometimes Best in the world's little, Chihuahuas was upsetting my big, German Shepherd. So
Yeah, the big
I don't know
dog.
how they was there. I don't know how they was able to hear that because I got the headphones. But anyways. And yeah, I'm a gamer.
We
I
all
used to
the
get,
gamers.
yeah. I don't know. I'm retired, man. Yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't gamed probably like a week ago or something, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm retired. Now, okay, thank you for answering that.
Power to the players.
Yeah. Oh, remember the magazine Nintendo Power? Man, that was a good one.
I remember the Nintendo
Okay.
Power glove, but let me not go that far.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that brings back memories.
Game Genie. All right, let me stop.
Duck Hunt. Fun fact in Duck Hunt, I didn't know that the second controller you could control the ducks. All this time I never knew that.
Oh no! So I am today years old. I did not know that either.
Yeah.
8 years old. It's something new every day.
Yeah. Wait, but hold on. Let's see what Truth said. He says, knowledge relationships, I challenge you to whatever you're doing. No, wherever you're going to co-op and duel. Hmm?
Okay, all right. You trying to call you out of retirement, man.
It's taking the glove out and
Look, man. All right. That ain't never happening. Okay, you can't challenge me. I'm a retired pro gamer. You may become a retirement. You guys will regret it. Everyone. Now, probably the one game that I would say that someone does have an upper hand in, and that's Kawaii B when it comes to Overwatch. Oh, I used to be an Overwatch master, but I retired from Overwatch, and then Kawaii B turned to Super Saiyan mode as she usually does, with the pink hair and it's glowing and it's floating up in the air.
and she chose violence.
Yeah, she chose violence with Diva. So
you got destroyed. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. I ain't never scared. Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see. Truth. I'll never turn down a challenge. Money match me. But
Oh
no,
yeah, he will never turn down a challenge. He's not going to quit until he wins. Okay, we just want you to know that he's not going to quit until he wins. It could be 4 a.m. He's going to keep playing you until he beats you.
Ooh, very persistent.
That's how you level up.
That's true.
The greatest question of them all. Okay. It's something that I feel like at this point everyone should expect, but
I don't know. She may not have watched the interview. She may not be ready for this one.
Oh,
when it gets real.
I might not be ready.
I like them unprepared. Here we go.
I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm ready. Drop the question.
Bam. Go ahead.
Should women be submissive to men?
Oh, snaps. Oh. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Why she look uncomfortable now? What's going on?
Yeah, you saw that. Hold on, you saw that lean back. Yo, man, I need to do that instant replay, that action replay. She was like, oh no.
I was like, ooh. Well, like it's more, to be really honest, true talk for me. In my opinion, is depends. Like you have to compromise some way to make your relationship work. And if that counts somewhat like submissive, because it's like you not, how can I explain this? You have to compromise. So you have to submit to something. It doesn't have to be everything, because it's not. Everything requires a compromise in order to work, and especially relationships. So yes, I will say in a way, yes. And the man to the woman. That's how it goes.
Okay, I got a follow-up question. I've never done it before. She ready? Okay, let's get it. Okay. So do you as a woman, do you mind being submissive to a man?
To me, to be submissive to it, for me in a relationship, yeah, I compromise. So if you're talking about being submissive, that everything the man says it goes, no, that ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna say it straight up, it's not gonna work. But I'm going to compromise because I'm not gonna get my way 100% of the time. That's how it goes. Like I'm not gonna get it, and he ain't gonna get it. We're going to have this conversation straight up before even to get deep in it. This is what we laid the foundation right there, and we go from there.
If he asks you to make a cherry pie early in the morning, will you get up and make it for him?
No.
What?
No, I'm not
See,
doing that.
Whoa. Hold on. Hold on.
No.
But
I
here's
can't.
the thing. Right? If you have, and this is what women have to understand, and I'm not being chauvinistic at all. I'm just being completely honest and real
No.
about the nature of men, right? If you got a man and he's working hard, right? He's doing everything he can. You know what I mean? He's doing what he got to do career wise. He's making sure the bills are paid, and you know what I'm saying? In my household, my name is literally on every single bill, right? If his name is
Uh,
on every bill, he's doing what he got to do. I'm not saying that he's paying every bill solely by himself, because if you live in a major American city, unless you are wealthy, that is impossible. Okay, you know what I mean? Now, if you want to live in the middle of nowhere in America where they have only a Walmart and maybe a gas station, go ahead. But if you want to live in a nice city, you are going to pay to play. Trust me, you're going to pay to live there. You know what I mean? So your rent is going to be anywhere between 2,500 to 3,000 or more. Okay, that's just the natural facts, and you can look up the economics. We don't have all day for that, but they know what y'all know what I'm talking about, and everybody on this panel knows what I'm talking about. So with that being said, long story short, if he's doing that and he's providing, I think him asking of you. Because the thing is, with a man, we just want to. We don't. If we're doing everything we can, you know what I mean. If we ask for things of that nature, we just ask, "Hey, can you make me this in the morning? Or can you do this for me in the morning?" The worst thing that you can say is no. That's the worst thing. That's the absolutely worst thing. Now, if you're not a morning person, okay, we can understand that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, compromise, right? If you know that he's really working hard and he's really doing everything he can, and not only is he working hard, he's treating you the right way, right? I'm not even talking about intimacy wise. I'm not even talking about sexual things and none of that. I think that goes without saying. I think intimacy is kind of the most easiest part of the relationship, honestly.
it
You know what I mean?
is.
Those are, you know what I mean? Yeah. It doesn't take much. Even an idiot can do that. Now, because we see people who have like emotional health challenges, mental health challenges, even they can have babies. So you getting a rocking in the bedroom, yes, you may need some tutelage or you may need some tips here and there if you're first starting out, but that's kind of basic. You know what I mean? As much as people because people put too much on that to me. What I'm talking about is the nitty gritty stuff, right? He's taking you to nice places. He's considerate of you. You can have great conversation about how you feel and how you think, right? You know what I mean? Not only is he a good listener, but he's good at giving you advice and he supports you and encourages you. He supports and encourages your dreams. And let's say he's even there for your family, right? I mean, that's super duper, right? Let's say he's checking all the marks, right? He's checking all the marks. So at that point, do you think that you him just asking you for that one little thing, right? That one little thing, if he's doing everything else, and you say you really love him and you're in love with this guy, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about somebody you're in love with. I'm not talking about somebody basic. I'm talking about somebody you're really in love with. Is that still gonna be an issue? You know what I mean?
Like you're laying like almost the perfect scenario. Like if that is the case, of course I'm going to show my appreciation by doing that special thing for you. It's not going to be on the daily because it's like it requires a lot
Mm-hmm.
even
Gotcha,
to
gotcha.
make that. But you will do that. It was said, I'm going to show appreciation by doing certain like things that you like. Like that is
Mm-hmm,
a no brainer, especially how you lay it there. But if the
mm-hmm,
situation is not being kind of like there is some issues right there, if um the man is not doing what he's supposed to do, like you say,
mm-hmm,
it's gonna be more hesitation. Like it's something that I personally don't like to do. I will wake up early in the morning. I'll make breakfast, especially have to bake. I hate baking. So if I do it, I will do it as a matter of appreciation. Because in personal,
Mm.
I'm gonna say it like in my personal life, I I hate cooking. I only cook for other people. So I cook for my partner because I cook for him, but not necessarily for me. I'm not going to do a bad
mm-hmm.
job because I don't. Let's just put that on the record. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. But I do it for him. It's a matter of I cook and I show my appreciation by taking care of you, by making sure that you eat. I will go ahead and I keep my place pristine for myself, but at the same time as an appreciation of, hey, you have a clean place and you come in, you don't even have to worry about that. Even though, well, I have some, that's on me, OCD problem, so I would not release that part of control, never. So
I have that too. I have that too. I dust and everything else, but yeah, I do
yeah,
that too.
I
So
won't release that part of my
me
controlling
neither.
issues, never.
Yeah, me neither.
So
Mm-hmm.
I can, but those kind of things, yeah, I would just do that. Like if you're referring into those things, yeah, like I said, no brainer for me.
And I'm not saying a perfect man. I'm not saying he don't have issues, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he don't have issues, right? Because everybody has issues. We all have our good days and our bad days, right? But I'm saying it's in that he is still doing the best that he can, right? And you're doing the best that you can. You know what I mean? I'm not. Listen, nobody's gonna bake a pie every day. I mean, if
Of
somebody eating a
course
pie
not.
every day, then they're gonna have some serious health issues. But I'm just
Exactly.
saying that one pie should last you at least a week. You know what I'm saying? You know, or more than about 2 or 3 days. So yeah. But I know Arshawn has a question.
I know
So
I
yeah.
saw it. But do I how do I feel about going on dates?
Well, he
I
means coffee dates.
coffee dates. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
coffee dates is it's very chill. It's the easiest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm.
it's nothing better than have a conversation around coffee. Remember, I grew up in Colombia, so coffee is it's a social
Mm.
thing.
Hold
Other
on.
than
Give
the
her a round
taste
of
is
applause for that, please. Give her a round of
Oh
applause,
yeah,
please.
definitely for sure.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. The see, it's the simple things in life. She's talking to the simple things in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never had a problem with that. I would never say no, but it's just coffee. Like, invite me to a Starbucks. Hey, cool.
Mm.
Let's just have a conversation. Doesn't have to be, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think too deep about it. It's a conversation. Let's go. We get to
All
know
right.
each other because that's the important thing is to know each other,
Coffee dates for the win-win. I tell
right?
you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right. Okay. We'll get to like number 6. And before I get to number 6, just to let you know, my definition of submission is basic cooperation. But Arshawn Dave says that's why I love Yaretas. All right. So yeah, that's why we love her too, man. You know what I mean? Like just keep it simple. That's all. All right. And then I will drop the link for people to join
Ooh,
in.
I got a question. I got a question. I got a question. I don't know why this just came in my mind, but it did a click.
Hmm.
Is just everything that we're talking about. Okay.
Go
Do
ahead.
you feel that American women, right, that their expectations or the requirements from men, do you feel like they're too lofty? Do you feel like at
Well,
times?
um, from an outside perspective, if I say
Mm-hmm.
it, it's not that they are high. It's the thing is that I feel like the influence of social media has distorted a lot of things. So women has been asking almost for the same, even though um it kind of got convoluted in the message with the rise of social media and everybody is flashing. So a lot of a lot of young women are thinking that what they need in a man is just a walking wallet and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not really thinking about the deepest part of it. It is actually you're going to be living with another human being that you have never lived with. You guys are not related. You cannot even stand your own siblings at times, and you grew up together.
Another
So,
round of applause, please. Can you give a round of applause, please, again?
Mhm.
Oh my God! I always
so
say this stuff. Y'all read this? Are you in my brain right now?
no, look, I'm not trying to be confrontational, but I keep it really like it's simple. Like I'm not gonna say that money is not important because it is. A lot of relationships are destroyed because that money talk was not done,
Mm-hmm.
or we were having two different expectations about that issue in particular. So yeah, I'm just not gonna say everybody wants to live the lavish life and stuff, but in reality, you have to live with that person. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. So
And follow question before DJ 80 King rocks out. Welcome, DJ 80 King. I'm the producer.
What's up,
Listen,
DJ King?
I have to ask this. I have to ask this. I have to ask this as
what they
well.
want me to say. I'm sorry.
what
I just read
what
a
the YB
comment.
said? Okay, she
Huh?
said. Okay. Before I get into the comment, we gonna get to that comment. We definitely get that comment. My follow up question is: do you feel the same way about men? Are our expectations here in America are they too lofty as well?
It's the same way. And like
Mm,
I see it the same way. It got convoluted with the rise of social media, just made it even worse. Because now a
mm,
lot of men are going more for what they see, and they are leaving good relationships that they had for years, and they replace it to something that is good to look at, but at the same time don't think about the about the fact that they have to live with this person that they don't know. I'm just saying that, like an
mm.
example for like put it like on celebrities. Celebrities before they get famous, they are with one person that actually helped them in the growth. And then for some reason when the fame come in, they divorce their significant other that they were in. It's like,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
they get the trophy one that actually looks good for pictures, but at the same time a majority of them they're not even happy with them. They
Yeah, because
just
their
look good.
character is all messed up. They're only in it for what they can get out of it. They're not in it for that person. They're only in it for
Exactly.
the
I
Mhm.
see
money,
it
the
for
money and
both
everything else.
sides. It's not like
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and just keep it real with our women, but at the same time, I feel like it goes both ways. It
Hmm.
goes both ways.
And Kawhi Bree is saying she's saying a lot of different things. She says no, LOL. She says LOL, joking. That's what they want you to say. And then she says no. Kawhi Bree, yes, okay, yes. I know you got your views,
Yeah.
Kawhi Bree, but with your views, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be even on both sides. Both gotta give and both gotta be willing to sacrifice. So we gotta
I'll be
welcome
right back.
DJ Eddie King.
Brr, brr, brr,
Definitely.
brr.
You want DJ Eddie King?
No. Hold up. Don't prep me. I was in the car and I saw that the ending, that little brand new outro.
Oh, that's not an outro. That's an intermission.
Oh,
Yeah.
The who?
Intermission.
Intermission.
Like a commercial intermission.
Oh, commercial. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Who did that? They did a good job.
Oh, that was
That'd be
be easy to
easy
do.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, be easy. Keep your beats to yourself. That's my world. Okay. That the
We'll
beats
talk.
is my
Hold
world.
on. We'll talk about business stuff after the show. We don't discuss that live
The
on air.
business is already aired out. So I'm just putting it
Yeah.
out there.
We'll
This is
we'll,
my
we'll talk
world.
about that after the show.
I'm the
Bro.
beat man. I'm the DJ. Okay. I'm the greatest ever.
We'll
Okay.
talk about that. We'll talk about that after the show. We'll talk about that after the show.
Okay, so
Yeah,
DJ
and
Eddie
I'm the
King,
greatest.
do you have a question for Yaris? Because this is her interview. Do you have a
A
Yes.
question?
question? Do
Yes.
I have a question?
Mm-hmm.
It said, "What is one of the several things you?" Oh, okay. That's the question for her.
Yeah. But do you have a question? Yeah.
I have a question. Yeah.
All right, for sure.
Um, my question is, uh, do you like when you are on a date before you decided to get involved in a relationship? Uh, do you make a decision before that happens? Because a lot of people they don't do that. They don't make decisions before getting involved in a relationship, and then later on down the road, they say, well, this is not what I want. Do you make hard decisions from the beginning?
Oh, so you're asking me if on that dating state and you just gonna rush into a relationship
Right,
right
exactly.
away?
Yeah.
Well, I did that when I was young, and I got married and then divorced, and I
Oh, you got
learned.
married. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, married
and I
and divorced?
learned. Yeah, and I
Oh,
learned because um I felt like it was I wasn't mature enough, so I took a more of a rash decision when it came to that. Now that I'm more mature, I will tell you that no, I would not rush into a relationship. Like, you have to learn that that honeymoon phase is always temporarily, and you're going to be feeling like you are in cloud nine in the beginning, which is natural and it's normal to feel that, but that doesn't lay the foundation to actually build a relationship there. So no, I don't. I think first.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think first. I don't. I'm not gonna rush. It's like it's pointless.
Right, right.
How about you? Now that you're asking me that.
Oh man, well, it would have to. I would have to. It would have to take me maybe about a year, or maybe a year and a half to even be with somebody.
Oh, you talking
I,
about
I,
time?
yeah, because you never know. In 3 months, you might really actually see who the person really is, and you may not like it. So I usually just wait for like a year and a half. I wait for a while, before I make my decision. If it's been a year and a half, maybe two, then I might say, hey, let's tie it up. Maybe.
Are you talking about tie it up like marriage or tie it up like, oh, let's get serious?
Let's get serious. Thank you.
I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure what you were talking about.
Right. Let's get
uh,
serious. Right.
I don't put time on that because when it's right, it's right. And it might be a year. It can be a year and a half. It might be even more than that. It's You never know.
Yeah.
So, but for me, too soon will be like 3 to 6 months. That is kind of too soon. Like,
Right.
shit. You
Right.
might still think that the sex is good, and some it is not all that great afterwards. So,
Right. Right.
no,
Right.
I'll be too soon.
Right. Because there's a lot of people, that's why the majority of people get involved in relationships because they feel like the sex is good. But later down that road, it's like the relationship is terrible. Violence, people getting abused. It's all because they like the sex. But I feel that people need to take their time and just really look at the individual to see if they really want to be with that person. Now, to tell everybody, if it's just sex with benefits, just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. If you know for sure, because they know for sure, also from the beginning, if it's gonna work down that road or not, they know. But they end up being with the person anyway, only because of the sex. I don't think it's a good decision at all. That's not.
Even though on the sex part, if you're going to have that sex with benefits, it's going to get convoluted at
Yeah.
one point, and somebody's not going to have that emotional intelligence to not catch feelings and
Yeah.
keep it at that. That is just playing with fire because you never know. In both sides, I'm not going to say if we as women will catch feelings or the men can catch feelings, and then if by any chance that person end up actually moving on with somebody else, the other one just it's just too convoluted with that. So yeah,
Right.
you still have to
But
think about that.
but let's just say that the person say, well, hey, this is what we're doing. I'm letting you know right now. Later on down that road, I'm not trying to get serious. It's gonna take me some time all the way down the road. I'm just letting you know. And then, later on down that road, the person they get upset because they see this individual out with them by somebody else. And
You see my dogs on the background. I'm sorry.
I see him. I like the Pikachu.
Oh. Okay. Oh, like when I say that, it's like might as well just have a little bit of more exclusivity, because now these days that you might be right now these days I will not even try that with benefits here and there, because you never know who people has, and you have to protect your energy and your body.
Yes.
Nobody have time for none of that stuff creeping around. So
yes, exactly. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I still feel like it's too much, even though to get into that kind of like more intimate, even though it's like friends but with benefits, it's still going to get more intimate.
Gotcha.
It's still more intimate anyway. So if we will think even to go to that length, instead of just thinking about, oh, let's just get this quickie done and be done, you know, we should put some more thought even to that. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to judge whoever does whatever they do, because we are grown here. But if we put a little bit more thought into it, things don't get too messy, because things will not get too messy later down the line. I feel like if you have that kind of relationship with somebody, you cannot keep it long term. People catch feelings no matter what.
Do you think that there should be a contract with friends with benefits?
Contract.
Yeah, because you're right. Because people playing with fire. I think that contract got to come out.
You sign here that for a year, this was not going to happen.
Right.
Let's reevaluate a year.
Right.
I don't think a contract is necessary. Because here's the thing. No, hold on. Even the dog is laughing too. Even the dog agreed with me. Look, you know when somebody is just a summertime fling, but in your mind, you convince yourself that person could be something more. No. You met this person in a certain area. You knew what time it was. They knew what time it was. They knew exactly when y'all met. You knew, we getting it in. Like you knew, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, if once you want to step into the other realm, then like you kind of that shit is unexpected. Like you can't expect somebody that you just met, that you just smashed, that you just got busy with, to automatically become something more. Like that really is most of the time not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think people put these unrealistic expectations on them because you don't know this person. Only thing you're doing is just smashing and going home, and they going home. Like that's really what it is. So you know what it is. They know what it is, but like the sis was saying, like people be catching feelings, man.
Yep.
And that feelings is a mother sucker.
Yeah, but after the fact, they probably thinking like, well, damn, they probably didn't think it was gonna be that good. They probably didn't think it was gonna be that good. That's why.
Listen, if you get coochie,
they know
whoop,
what it is. They know what
if
it
you
is.
If you get coochie whoop, or if you get penis whoop, then that's on you. Okay, that is on you. If you get coochie or penis whoop, that is really on you. That ain't on nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's really that good, then you know what I'm saying. Have conversations with them, kind of get to know them, see where their headspace is at. You know what I mean? But still, you need to take it slow, baby, because remember, you just knocked this person down. Like it ain't even take you long. Like for the friends with benefit, that process is really not a long process. Like it's usually something that happens pretty quickly most of the time. So when that happens, like you just knocked them down. It is what it is. All right, now you could talk with them, kind of see where their headspace is at. But once you have that talk with them, you see where their headspace is at. You see where their morals and values is at. After that, you gotta make a decision. You know what I mean? You gotta make a decision after that. You should still keep them at a certain level though, because remember, you still don't know them. All right, you don't know them. I don't care how good it is. I don't care what they say in the beginning. You know what I mean? Because they may be dickmatized to or coochie-matized to. But at the end of the day, you gotta take your time. Take your time, like you know what I'm saying. So I think celebrities gotta have contracts when it comes to certain shit. You know what I mean? Because they could lose a lot of things. Like there's certain celebrities where Yeah, they make you like sign a contract before you even come in, and you can't use your cell phones. You only could be there for a certain amount of time. They even take your cell phones if you around certain celebrities. Like they won't even let you have your cell phone if you're into your house or into their house. So yeah, for celebrities, I get it, but for us regular folk, yeah, y'all know what y'all doing.
That's
So
true.
no contracts on the table, right? No contracts.
Oh
Nah.
no, that was somebody will come at me with a contract. I'll be like, bro, you crazy. I'm done. Run.
Like, get out of here. Shout outs to Rico Love. He says, salute to my brother Truth.
Hey, what's going on, Rico? Is that Rico? Rico? Oh no, that's Rico Love. Okay.
Rico Love.
I think it's a different Rico. Okay.
Rico Love. Hey, what's going on, brother? All right.
Yeah, because the other Rico will have his avatar. But okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead to the last question, number 7. What is some advice you will give men about women, or vice versa?
Oh, that's a tough one. What advice I would give to men about women?
Mm-hmm.
It might sound a little bit cliche, but honestly, take a little bit of time to get to know the person that you actually want to, even to smash. Because people are crazy out these days.
And how much time?
At least a few, coffee dates. Keep it very light. At least a few coffee dates.
Now hold on, Yaretas. I gotta stop you. Now, is this a vacation smash, or is this like a smash that just smashes somebody and they in your local area? This is a vacation smash. You don't have
a telly smash.
Yeah, vacation smash. You don't have no coffee date time. There's no time for that. Vacation is only about a few days.
If you're on
maybe
vacation,
a week.
It's almost like you're in Vegas. Like, come on now. Like, you got the permission just to do what you can because you got a short amount of time. You better be checking a whole bunch of stuff out of your bucket list and be done with it. But if it's going to be something like in your local area, just get to know them at least. Just get to know them. And I say vice versa because it's just a lot of crazy people out there. So then we're gonna be having the headaches for later. It's like nobody needs that. For me, I'm very simple. I just not trying to have no headaches whatsoever. I don't. I feel like I already have enough with dealing with myself to have to be dealing with somebody else. That is just too crazy for it. So yeah, you guys like talking with me. You already know I am very easygoing. I'm very simple. The simple stuff are the things that actually matter to me. Flashy only just goes so far. So
what about the one nighters? What about the one nighters or the one hitter quitters? You know what I'm saying? Or is that only hold on, is that only when you're younger? Is that only when you're younger? Or I think once you kind of like your 30s, that kind of ends. I think, right? I think that's only like reserved for like 20-year-olds. I think, or something like that. Or maybe I don't know.
Like for the 20-year-olds, I would just encourage that a whole lot, because it's like they're not thinking straight. Because the 30-year-olds, you already lived enough, so you have some life experience to actually make the decisions and be more intelligent if you want to just do one night and quit it. Even though I will be cautious about it. Because I'm saying again, people are crazy. I'm just saying. I met people like in my 30s, and it's crazy.
Okay,
so
one hitter quitters got their place in the world.
Okay, okay. Let us know how you really feel. Well, have mercy.
One hit wonders, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah, but it's more for the younger, for the youth. It's just to take a little bit of time. My dogs are so active. And they normally just chill by this time.
Yeah.
But no, they knew what was coming here, so.
They're trying to get their barks in their cameo, you know?
Shout out to the dog.
Actually, I see his tail wagging right now.
Right. I got three, so you might have seen two of them. The other one is too dark. The big one is too dark, and he normally stays. He does. It's the only one that stays chill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
So
yeah, that's the advice that I would give. Um, One night hitters. You guys got the place in the world. I'm not judging. So you guys have the
Mhm.
place. I'm not judging.
yeah, I mean, they made the world go around. Imagine if we would live in a world without the one hitter quitters, though.
World go
Okay,
around.
I got a serious question. I got a serious question.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, how long do you take to basically get exclusive with someone? I'm not talking about no intimacy. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's see where this goes. Let's build something together. What's the timeline for you? I say myself, I say 2 to 4 months. If you're getting to know somebody, then you can make that decision. That's what I would say. And I would say marriage should happen. I say within you should get engaged if you've been with somebody after a year. I would say get engaged. I think that'll be a safe bet. And hopefully you live with them at that by that
Mhm.
time, right? You know what I'm saying? And then after that year, you can get engaged, you can start planning your wedding. And then by, 2 years, 2.5 years, you can be married. You know what I mean? So that's my stipulation, but what do you think?
It's not even too much of a bad time frame. I was thinking about three. Like all that
Mm,
process will be done in like almost 3 to 4 years, because it's just
mhm,
depend on that exclusivity. It's more for me in the 6 months range, because um, we start to get more comfortable after those 4 months. You get more comfortable, so you get really to know that slowly but surely the other aspects of that person.
Mhm. I have a
Mhm.
question.
Yeah.
Um, do you think relationships should be original, meaning whites be with whites, Hispanic be with Hispanics, and blacks be with blacks? Do you think it should be original? Just asking.
I'm trying so hard not to give you the side eye for that. I'm trying hard for that one, because no, that don't make no sense. Like, you like what you
mm,
like. Because put it like this: how this world came to be, or how this world would have been if that wouldn't happen. Like, it doesn't make any
mm,
sense. Like,
mm,
put it like us speaking, like us actually being here in this moment happened
mhm,
for some reason.
mhm.
So it's like me, my parents they're from Colombia. So they're from Latin America. If that wouldn't happen, guess what we would have been? We would not be here in US. We would have been most likely in Africa or in
Yeah.
that area.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I don't see that like it, because it will be some form of a segregation that doesn't make any sense in this day and like this world that has been so connected together. Like we know what things happens all the other side of the world. Like, it's I don't think I don't think so. I really don't.
And I gotta give you a flower, sis, for just that statement because a lot of people who are from Latin America, some of them don't want to acknowledge that they are from African descent, and it's like, well, you're not white, and
Okay.
I never seen a white person that has our shade of color. You know what I'm saying? Like that's African.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So if you don't think it's African, then yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe you need to get a genealogy test, or maybe you need some help mentally because I don't think that's hard to tell. Like you can look at one person, and if they look the same as a person from the same cultural background, then they probably from the same area. You know what I mean? I just think that that's just normal. You know what I mean? I think that's just common sense. But I also think as far as preferences, I think everybody has their preferences. You know what I mean? For me, I prefer someone who is a person of color. You know what I'm saying? Clarence Thomas. I know who Clarence Thomas is, but I don't know why he's putting that. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully you calling nobody Clarence Thomas though. But yeah, explain yourself, Arshawn. Explain yourself. You know what I mean? So that being said, like I think my preference is women of color. That's always gonna be my preference. No disrespect to like white and Asian people. There's no disrespect to them. I'm not a racist, but I just want with them. I just would rather be friends. You know what I mean? That will always be the case. I have a family member who's dating somebody who is white. You know what I mean? They're having a good experience. I'm happy for them. God bless them. Shout out to Cuz. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You said there isn't a white person with our skin color. Huh? I don't understand what you're saying. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, everybody has their preferences. I think having a preference, there's nothing wrong with that, but there is something wrong where you make your preference something universal for everybody else. Where you're saying, okay, all people who are of my culture or from my background, they have to date the same people I got to date. No, they don't. You know what I mean? They could date whoever they want to date. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have that same preference, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like we all got our preferences. We all like somebody who's somebody. Some people like bigger people. Some like people who are smaller. Some people like people who are skinny. We all got our preferences. You know what I mean? Just don't make your preference or don't try to force your preference on nobody else. I think that's when it becomes an issue. And don't shame people for having different preferences. So
I was about to say, like, if you
Mhm.
have a preference, don't bash the
hmm
other ones just because you have that, like, to justify why you have it. You just have a preference. It's what it is. I personally don't. I don't discriminate, to be really honest. Like, I would. It's just I'm more about personality, to be
hmm
really honest. So I don't have no problem dating like
Mm.
outside of my culture. Basically, I'm here in US, so it's going to be outside of my culture almost regardless. So I
Yeah.
don't have a problem with that. I really don't. For me, it's just interesting. Like, you get to know another area, another space, another you actually get to know another part of the world without even being there through one person.
Mhm.
Mm,
So I see that as a is an experience. So
I got a
I
question.
I don't discriminate. Ask. Ask.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you have a best friend,
You talking about male best friend?
male or female?
Yeah. I do have a
Okay,
tight group of friends.
okay, okay. Let's just say you step into Walgreens and you see your best friend's you see your best friend's boyfriend or woman, right? But you catch them in the act, and they're with another person. You're not going to assume right away that there's something going on, but let's just say there's a lot of hugging, and all of a sudden there's a lot of kissing. Would you give that information back to your best friend? Because some people would say no. Some people would say it's too drama, it's negative, and they would just keep their mouth shut. But what would you do?
I even rose my eyebrow. I catch myself. I caught myself on the camera. It was like, ooh, that is a tricky question to me. The
Mm,
friend in me will tell
mm,
them in 0.2 seconds, like, girl, here you go. This is your man and the proof, because I'm not a liar.
mhm, mhm.
But it depends on, I have to be a little bit more empathetic about my friend. If my friend is going to be able to take it, if her personality is one of those that she will, like, I have to think about if they're on an on and off relationship. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Like, it's depend on what their relationship is. I will
Okay,
be able to say it. Because it's
gotcha.
not me being a good friend or a bad friend.
Mm.
It's me, if I'm going to go with that information, actions are going to be taken, because it's going to put our relationship as friends in jeopardy.
Yeah. Let me say this though. Forget
Gotcha,
about all
gotcha.
the
Thank
empathetic
you.
stuff. If that was me in that situation, I'm just gonna just tell it like it is.
hmm
And if that particular fan acts like different towards me, then that's on him or her or whoever. I don't care. The point is, if I see something that's happening and it doesn't seem right to me, and that's supposed to be my friend's woman or whatever. Oh man, I'm gonna spill the beans. I'm gonna get on camera first. Then I'm gonna probably might walk up to her, yo, what's up with this shit? You know what I mean?
It's
And
what
then,
Of course, they're
It's
gonna
what
be like, who are you? You know, they're gonna be like, who are you? Who is this guy? You know, they're gonna play
I'm
that
gonna be
game.
like, bitch, I'm the best friend, you know. And right now, you being a cheater.
Word.
You're gonna be
Word.
confronting everybody now.
You
I won't
on
do
candid
that.
camera right now. Word. You on candid camera right now.
It's a real
Salute
life,
to
y'all.
AR. Good to see AR. Good to
What's up,
see you,
man?
bro.
Hey, AR, good to see you, man. You ain't shit, AR. You ain't shit.
But no, seriously, it's salute to you, AR, right?
Salute you,
But
AR.
yeah, man, like, you know, if it's any of my boys in that situation, you know, and if that was me in that situation, I would want them to confront them or at least tell me about it. You know what I mean? So we could like
Personal,
dust off for
yeah.
shoulders and get
Yeah,
going.
I'm
Personal,
definitely
yeah.
gonna tell you. I'm definitely gonna tell you because I want somebody to tell me. Shoot.
Yeah.
I saw it in. I say it in facts that I've been that friend that had. I don't confront nobody because look, I'm non-confrontational. I ain't trying to get in a fight for nobody else than for myself. So, but I would show with the receipts, and it was like, man, I saw your man doing this, and that. Guess who was the one who lost the friendship? Was me because she ended up believing the man. And it's like, so that's what that makes it convoluted. If you have somebody that is going to be on and off, that you already know how they're going to be with portraying the personal relationships, you might just rather leave that alone.
But here's the thing, right? That person was not your friend to begin with. So if your friend, your so-called best friend, decides to choose a side of someone else because she don't want to face the truth of things, it's not the fact that she believed the man over you. It's just the fact is that she don't want to deal with the truth. And unfortunately, right, you know, I'm gonna probably be on fresh and fit mode, so I don't care. A lot of women don't like. Matter of fact, a lot of women can't really handle the truth about certain things. You know, when you try to tell them the truth about certain aspects of life, they want to shun that away. And when they run away, that's just what it is. As far as with the men, you know, to me, I feel like if you tell them like your homie grew up with you, and you know for a fact that you have no absolute reason to try to double cross them. And look, I know there's a lot of dudes they ain't full of shit because they will want the same girl too, right? And those are not your friends. But I'm talking about your ride or die friends, the ones that's going to be with you. So that's like if I was telling DJ AK and best in the world, yo, man, I saw your, we'll use a different woman. I just saw this woman that you've been with or whatever, and this dude was like smacking her ass, and you know she was shaking her tits or whatever in his face, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? So yeah, of course I want to tell him. But if DJ Eddie King decides that, look, man, you know, I don't believe you or whatever, you know, I think you're full of shit.
See that right there? That's not going to be true. That would never be true. Okay, that is not me.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm gonna be like, hold up. I'm like, hold up. Where did you see this at?
I was trying to use you and Mr. Best example. Best of all, wait, hold on, man. You know, hold on. Let me go check real quick. Nah, I'm kidding. But you know, for if that was to ever happen, which I know that's not going to happen, but you know what I mean. That you know that would just be like a fucked up friendship. You know what I mean? And to me, I feel like that would be very you know, well, in guys in general, not you, DJ AK, but I feel like that would be very bitch made for a guy to just kind of cut you off over the woman. I'm like, damn, her vagina is that important over our friendship? You know, after when you hit it, she's gonna quit you, and then she's gonna go over to the other dude, and she's gonna mess around with him. So, but hey, that's just what it is. I think she did you a favor to let you know who she was, and that's pretty much it, Yaris.
Yep. So that's where they just get super convoluted. So for me, to be really honest, with my tight group of friends, I have it on the rule that I will see if you have a partner, I might see them just to know how they look. But other than that, I just cut them all out. I don't even want to know pretty much. I don't even want to know. So that way we are out the picture
Right.
with the mans.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Because that can be messy.
Right.
Big time. Big time.
Exactly.
And I don't have time for it. So look, don't even show me your dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't even show me your dude. So that way we are just cool forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Time's up. Time is up.
No. Like, I mean, as far as like with some like the scripted questions that we have, but what I was gonna do was I was gonna open up the stream right for anybody that would like to come in and respectfully ask her a question. All right, don't be goofy with some of these questions, or trolly.
I'm going to be goofy a little bit, just a little bit. I just want to ask you one question, just one question. One question. Okay. All right. Now, can I? Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, Miss 24. I'm just gonna call you. I can't see the name. All I see is 24. What did it say? What that say? M3? I can't see.
Yaretas.
What'd you say?
Yaretas.
Yaretas. I like that name. Yaretas. That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question. Let's just say you're not working. Well, let's just say for a couple of days you're not working. That you basically got 2 days off, and you want to go somewhere to see the sunshine and things like that. So let's just say you're at this place with the sunset. You got the trees, and let's just say you walk into those trees. Between those trees, you come across a portal, right? And this portal is telling you like, hey, you can pick whatever year you want to travel. You could go there and come back one time, only one time. What would be the years? Would you go back or would you go forward to the future? Would you go straight into the future or back to the future?
To be really honest, that is a trick question. Like, to the past, I would not go to the past because the past is past and lessons are learned from that. So I don't want to go back to the past and change anything because that's how it make me who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not change anything, even the bad things. So not the past. And on the future, it's just kind of, I don't even like on the future. No, I would not even know. Like I would be more curious about the future than the past.
You could pick any year. Any year.
Oh.
It could be the year 3000,
The year 3000 and see what's going on.
Okay. So you can come back and give us that information. Like, what do you know? We try to see.
Yeah, that would be the stuff, but not going to the past. Like, for what?
Right.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to the past, but the future, yes.
Yeah, the future. I would not even know, like, if it would be like the year 3000. Like, are we living in Mars? Do we actually are living underneath the ocean? Because nobody has explored that, and we have a whole bunch of water that we don't use.
Or what happens if the Earth is already destroyed?
Yeah, you never know.
Or
I went to the year 3000 and it's destroyed, and I'm over here dying.
Or
didn't even go back.
What if the year 3000 is just like completely owned by like robots? You've seen the movie I, Robots with Will Smith. You've seen that movie, right?
Oh, that movie is excellent.
Yes. So if you was to go there, what if they had what if they would have these type of robots running around? Would that be a good thing? Or would it be a bad thing?
We're already living in a similar situation now. So, what you talking about now? That's more sophisticated, but we're living in a similar situation now. Like, automation is here, like, and a lot of things are working that way. So, it will be more sophisticated. It will just be more fancier, but. Yeah, I don't know what it will be as society if it gets stripped down only for us to do just a certain things. Capitalism goes, and if we don't put like a halt on it, that is going to take over a lot of things that regular people do. If I say, and we are going to have to see that shift, but we will see it when we get there.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like it was just a random question. I was not going to go to the passes. That's what you were expecting.
That was a goofy question. That was a goofy question.
I was not going to do that, so I might as well the future know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, okay. Well, okay. Let me ask you a question then. What do you see yourself 10 years down the road?
10 years
Not
down
5
the
years, but
road,
10. Mm-hmm.
10. If you're talking about technology, the rumors of Meta and everything and everything VR and stuff, it's going to happen. One way or another is going to happen. Remember just 15 years back with the internet, people was not thinking that we were going to be doing all of these things that we do now. They were thinking it was a myth. It's like, internet don't work. Like, it's not going to, we're not going to be able to pretty much, our money is literally, we don't, is more of a, ones and zeros, now even more than when it used to be before. We don't use we don't use cash too much. Well, not me. When you live in a place where hurricanes happen, you better be having some cash. That's how it's going to get you by. So I refuse to do that. But that is the ability for us to do this that we're doing here. It was something that it was almost unthinkable 15, 20 years ago. AR is on its infancies right now, so people don't pay too much mind like they didn't do on the internet. They're gonna be more AR. It's gonna be more immersive because it right now we are immersed in it, but they are trying to get our full control. They're trying to get our full attention. So no better than AR. Have you guys have tried it and how immersive it can feel? You guys have ever tried it? Oh, is it
I've
because
tried it. I
and
tried it
if
once.
and it
And
feels crazy.
it was too real. I had to take it off, and
Yeah,
I
it
said
was
I
trippy.
don't want this. They were trying to sell it to me, and when I was buying the phone, they wanted to add it to my package. They wanted me to buy the VR, and I put it on my head, and I started tripping out. And I was like, oh
Yeah,
hell no!
because it
I was like, I
feels
can keep it. Too
yeah,
real.
it really plays with your senses like really
Mhm.
bad. And I
Mhm.
was part of the small projects like with Facebook and their beta testing and stuff. They do like small
Mhm.
networking events that I've been part of, and I have seen those beta testing,
Mhm.
and it was too trippy. I was like, I can't like this thing is how we are heading, and people are dismissing it, but we are heading that way, and it's going to be part of our normal
So,
lives.
so
Salute to
like, have you
Marcus.
guys?
Marcus, good to see
Mm-hmm.
you. Real quick, and three,
Marcus, shout
a
out to
good movie
Marcus.
reference point. A good movie
Mm-hmm.
reference point for the whole thing with the VRs is the movie Inception. Inception with Leonardo
Amazing.
DiCaprio. It
Yes,
kind of shows you what's going to happen to us. So, mm,
that movie amazing.
yes,
It never gets old to me.
yeah, I love that movie. That's like one of my favorite movies. Definitely my top
Hmm.
five.
And Tenet is right behind it.
Yes, Tenet is. I keep telling people it's all connected. Like that, the Doctor Strange movie, Inception, Metaverse. It's all connected. They're all trying to tell you something about the metaverse and multiverse. You got a show about that. We're gonna have to revisit that show. We revisit it. You got to be on the show, Yaretas. Okay, we're gonna revisit that.
Do a part two? Could we do a part
Yeah, we
two?
got to do a part two.
Yes.
Yaretas, you got to
Yeah.
be
Hey,
on there. We're
definitely.
gonna do a part two.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, we
just.
should call it
I'm
Deep Dive
Inception.
Gems in there.
Marcus says I'm Inception. Oh gosh.
All right, so like,
Oh man.
have you ever? So did you beta test the metaverse?
Not the metaverse because the metaverse it was something similar to it, but it was intense. It was a video. They were telling a story. It was about a story. Was a shooting. I can't remember what it was. I was kind of like half drunk and those things, so I got in there and I was listening. I was sitting in a table because they were just sharing the story, and I was looking to the sides, and I was having the people talking, like basically almost like we're talking, but I was seeing them
in the VR mode.
In the VR mode. That thing was trippy because I could hear it, because you have to have the headphones, right? And you can hear the voices like literally surround on some regular headphones, because it was not like, Bose or nothing. It was just some regular headphones. And how the technology will be able to just, produce the most minuscule things to make it feel that immersive, because in order for you to be in it, you have to have your vision and sound going simultaneously, so that way it will trick your brain to feel like you are in there. That tripped me out. And on the video they were running, it was about a shooting. I said nope.
So imagine
almost an anxiety attack. Like no.
Yeah, so imagine it would definitely give you a panic attack, definitely, or anxiety attack.
So imagine like if they create some technology. Okay, so like the power glove, but like we're gonna call it the nerve glove. So imagine they make a glove where maybe it wraps around like your arms and stuff, and they put like little pressure points. So you know how like if you like maybe like a shock or something, so you can kind of just feel. You know what I mean? Like you put like virtually, if your hand touches the table, you'll be able to feel what the table feels like virtually.
They can, because they already have it. I'm gonna tell you on something like very curious that I saw on. Have you ever guys watched those YouTube videos with 2 Chainz, the most expensive shit?
Yep.
They had this. It was kind of like it was 2 things for couples. Like one, it was a vibrator, and one, it was something that the man could put his thing in there. And it was communicating via like if via Wi-Fi. Whatever she was doing, he was feeling, and vice versa. So
that's crazy.
It's already happening. It's in its infancy, so because when I saw it, I was like, "What?" On the fact
that could drive a person crazy, literally. Literally. Drive you insane. That's a little too real.
Now you see, and on VR, they already have things on VR that they can is immersive. So they already have it. They just have to get more sophisticated with it.
Have you ever watched Married with Children a long time ago?
No.
That's a classic.
Okay. It's a classic, but okay, my first notion of the VR, and this was before they started having VR goggles. Remember Al Bundy's son?
Oh yes, I watch it. I just wanted to see the name in English, so I watch it in Spanish. So it's a different.
Oh, okay, yeah. And he was using a VR, and so it was like this girl. He was just like constantly fantasizing. Well, I think he was fantasizing his girlfriend, but she was like the submissive type, so she was giving him all kinds of pleasure, and he was like, yeah. But then there's a TV that helps you to kind of see what he's seeing. And then so I think at the end his girlfriend switched up to something else. I think to like an ugly woman, and he starts screaming. But when they was showing that at first, right, like what it was looking like, it was like I was like, yo, if they had something like that, and for all the men that can't get women, I mean, they're gonna be in the cave for a long time, man. Yo, shout outs to Big Rick Slaps.
Shout out to Big Rick Slaps. Yeah. Working on some big stuff with him and Be Easy, man. Coming real soon.
Shout out, Big Red. Shout out.
You know what I mean? It's coming real soon, y'all. Please look out for it. It's coming real soon, y'all. But thank you, Big Rick. Thank you for checking in, bro.
All right. Well, we are at the 2-hour mark. Anybody have like maybe one last question to ask for Yaretas? Going once. Going twice.
I got a question. Time's up. Time is up.
No, go ahead, DJ Eddie. Go ahead and ask the last question.
Well, I don't know if you asked this question already, but I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
How long was you married? Like how long was it before you got divorced?
My marriage was pretty short. It was 2 years and a half.
Mm.
In those 2 years and a half, my main reason which I got divorced is because um my husband, my ex-husband at the time, had another relationship,
Mm.
but it was a whole nother house relationship.
Mm.
Damn.
So I
Damn.
could not, once I found out, those things don't sit well with me. So the first time I found out, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get proof of this. So that just took me 2 weeks to get all the receipts I needed. And I kind of I confront him about it, and he denied it. And I said, okay, so we done. I was not going to get him back, but I didn't want to end the way that we ended.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if we can have a conversation that this is not working, we can just end it in a better terms than what it was. But he got more confrontational and just told me that I was crazy. So with my crazy behind, went to the courthouse and got divorced. So that's how it was.
How
In
did
that
you?
process, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to ask you. How did you? How was you able to catch him, like on the spot? How was you able to do that?
Well, what had happened was is that it kind of slipped to one of his brothers that he uh, mentioned the name of somebody else. We
Mm.
had similar names, but not the same name. So when he slipped up, I was like, ding, 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 something is not right.
Mhm.
So what I did, what every crazy stalker do, I got on his Facebook.
Mm.
This is what it is.
And that's the thing, and that's how people get caught up too on Facebook. Oh my goodness.
I never put no problem on Facebook like, oh, you need to show me or this and that. No, I don't put no problems because everything is based on trust. If I
Yeah.
trust you, I'm not gonna worry about none of that stuff. I'm gonna trust you to behave. That's it. To respect the relationship that you have. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to be putting like, oh, you're going out with your friends or this or show me where you're at. No, that is too much brain power in a situation. If I don't trust you that much, I will not be with you. If that is going to take out of me and be in constant stress. So no.
Right.
So when I started hearing that, I got on his Facebook and I started to see this person commenting.
Mm.
So I catch the person, but I did not talk to that person. I said I was going to be smart about it. I
Mhm.
went about his brother and his brother's wife. She gave me the number of the cousin of that person. So I talked to
Ah.
the cousin. They
Mm.
were beefing, so she spilled out the tea. So,
Oh, she spilled it all. Oh yeah,
yep,
See,
they were
spilled the
beefing.
coffee.
see,
Yep,
that's what I'm talking
so
about.
she spilled out the
That's
tea.
exactly what I'm talking.
They were beefing, so she spilled it out, even though that they were family, but she didn't like it because all that stuff was happening.
Mm.
And
Let's rewind to like Facebook, okay? Because I know it started with the brother that was slipping up, okay, and then you said it all started with Facebook. So what took place in Facebook that led to getting connected? Was the woman did the woman start posting family pictures and
no, she knew that we were married. So she
you said she
used to
knew?
pretend, yeah, she
Oh,
knew.
see.
So she used to pretend that they were cousins. And I catch the name that the his brother said, and it was hers. And I was like, well, you must have got the wrong woman here because I can catch them like this. Like, you might, once I'm already in something, I am going to go until, ride it until the wheels fall off and see what is the outcome. So
Right.
I knew it was her, but I was not going to confront her because it's just stupid. She's going to deny it, and then who's going to look crazy?
I mean,
So
do she even know that he was involved, that he was married?
yeah,
She,
she knew.
oh, she knew. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she knew. She knew. Like they knew about each other. So when the cousin told me the story and what she was doing and stuff, I got the proof. I
Mm,
got her phone number, his phone number, got her phone records. I even recorded some of his calls that he was just saying all that. So I just
man,
confronted with the proof.
I don't
So
understand. I don't understand. How can a person deny like something? How can he deny the proof? Like not him, but I'm just saying people in general. People do that. Like,
yeah,
like that's not me, or that's not my voice. Like how did people do that? You
he
caught on
was
the
like,
front.
yeah, like it's one of those things that it's like, bro, like you can't like just say it. It was just for it was just for me. The thing was already over, but it was just for me.
Right,
I
right,
just
right.
wanted just the little cherry on top of all this stuff. Yeah, I got caught. That's it. I was not gonna ask for explanation or nothing.
Right.
He was like, no, that you just crazy, you just paranoid and stuff. And it's like, bro, like you hearing yourself, you talking about this. And I put them even on a three-way because I was talking, I called her and I was pretending it was somebody else. And then I called him and put it on three-way. They were slipping.
Mm,
They were slipping. I said that was the lowest that I could stood to myself,
hmm.
and I said, you know what? I can't do this no more. That's why I said, you know what? We need to just, because that amount of stress, And it was
Hmm.
just 2 weeks that it took me to gather all that information since I heard the thing, heard the name, everything slip up for me.
Right.
2 weeks.
Mm,
I got a
mm.
question. I have a question and a deaf question.
Yeah.
Um, and because I've been in my situation for over a decade, um, and I've seen grandparents who were married for 50 years. I always tell a story about my two sets of grandparents. One grandparent, they stayed married for 50 years. They always were with each other. They had one set of kids, and that was it. I had another grandparent who had 12 kids by two different women. So I had kind of both scenarios, right? I had this scenario in which you're kind of talking about somewhat, where a guy has two women, and then I had the scenario where the guy was with one woman. With seeing both scenarios, the one thing I seen that was consistent with I feel like the men back in the day was that they took care of the women, they took care of the kids that were involved in each situation. You know what I mean? I think that was a big difference to what the men are doing now. But in that being said, I always think sometimes I think, well, what was my grandmother feeling, right? Like to for both of them, right? Because you staying with somebody for 50 years, even if they're only with you, you're gonna go through ups and downs, and they have health challenges too. So me only being in my thing for a decade, and I see all the stuff that I've been through, and I done been through a whole bunch of stuff. I done been through any and every situation. I even been homeless with the person I'm with, right? So homeless, jobless, everything, health challenges, everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, my question to you is, since you already have been to the point where you've gotten married before and you've been there before, right? One, how long did it take for you to get over, that person that you was with? Because that is a process, right? And two, that and I know that I think this is common sense. Does that still affect your trust issues now with men?
Well, um, that was
I
a
know,
good
I know that was a
question.
loaded question.
Yeah, it was a good series of questions. But look, it took me a couple of years. Trust issues. It's not like I just gonna say that all men are the same because they're not. And I always have look at that. I look at life with that. Not everybody is the same. because I had a bad experience with this person right here, I'm not going to reflect that in somebody else because that person doesn't deserve my baggage.
Mm.
So it took me a while to actually trust somebody. You get to that rebound phase, but the rebound phase
Mhm.
is just,
Mhm.
it's temporarily. Then you just get to the phase that you are going to work on yourself and actually healing and putting in perspective all the relationship. Because that's what I did. You're going to that, oh, I'm going to do whatever I didn't do when I was with this dude. And then I go through the phase that I was literally putting in perspective everything that happened, the good, the bad, uh, red flags that I missed. And I was like, man, this was a red flag. But I was not, blaming myself for not seeing it. It was like,
Mhm.
well, I didn't know. Now, when I
Mhm.
go into a relationship, I will be more mindful of all those things. You get to know
Mhm.
yourself on those. For me, I got to know myself. I got to learn what I really wanted in a partner, what I was actually
Mhm.
looking for, instead of building more of an expectation and falling in
Mhm.
love of what that person could potentially be or what I want them to be, instead of just looking at what that person was. So,
Mm.
I have a
because I
question.
was young.
Because
That's a good answer.
because in marriage, right? I know we got to close up soon, so we'll have like a few more for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll
I'll just put
ask
the
one
time
last
for
one.
5.
Yeah, I'll ask one
Okay, go
last
ahead.
question. I know Eddie has a question as well.
Yeah, that's my
My
last
last
question.
my last question is this, right?
Hmm.
Um, and going through that, right? Knowing that you had to go through that, going through all that, right? Because my perspective is in a relationship, you have to go through something, right? You're gonna face some type of challenge. You know what I mean? Because it's life, right? Knowing that, you know what I mean, and kind of seeing the experiences that you've been through, you know, are you at the point where it's like, all right, if something does happen, I'm prepared for it, or are you like, you know what, I still need time to get to the point where I'm fully ready to face the different challenges that may be out there?
If you're talking about in relationship or so,
Yeah.
um, honestly, for me, I feel like we never fully prepare for anything. You just have to be a little bit brave enough
Mm,
to actually get in there
mm,
and learn, because like I was saying before, nobody is the same. So if you're basing everything to be prepared, we never prepared. For the people around, the people here that are parents, would you guys were prepared to be parents?
I'm not a parent.
Oh, you're
Not
not a
me.
parent?
No.
Neither?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Or for the ones in the background, you guys were prepared to be parents? I don't think so. And I don't think that I will ever be prepared for it. You just click of, check a few check marks, and if everything is correct, still you're not prepared for that situation. You're
Mm-hmm.
just going to be more self-aware and more mindful that, okay, these are the things that I have learned over time. So I am more mature to face certain situations. So you put an extra layers of thought into it. But it's not like you ever prepare for it. Anything, to be
You're-
honest.
So you're a parent?
Mm-hmm.
No. Well,
Okay.
I was. I was, but that is another subject.
So it's
Yay
fine.
and nay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, DJ Eddie Kane, what's your final question?
Okay. All right. So my question is this, right? Is it safe to if an individual is in a relationship, if a person is in a relationship, is it safe to check their phone behind their back? Now, I know what you're thinking. Listen, it has nothing to do with trust issues. Let's just say you're trying to make sure that you know who you're dealing with. So is it safe to check through their phone behind their back?
I
Or not behind their back. Let's just say, is it safe to say, hey, let me see your phone? Is it safe to say that? Is that wrong or is that kind of right? Like, what do you think?
honestly, no. Like, I would not ask for my partner for his phone. I honestly don't. It's not, I don't say it because I don't want to see what is going on. It's that it's a trust issue. I trust you enough for that. Even though all of that stuff happened to me, I trust my partner enough to not go through his phone. And if he would show me the phone, cool. It doesn't show me the phone, cool. It's going to go both ways. It's like if you have password on your stuff, cool. If you don't have it, cool. I just go based on trust. I'm not, don't confuse that with being naive. It's the fact that we are together, but at the same time we are two different people. And you have to have a little bit of privacy in something. And if your phone is
Mm-hmm.
that, have it, have at it. Why I'm going to be here knocking at you like, oh, you're not showing me your phone. I need to know every aspect of it. I need to know if you're going to the bathroom. Let me be there. Like all my dogs. Like, let me just be there. I'm going to follow you everywhere. There is no sense of self growth.
Mhm.
You have your personal stuff. It's like
Yeah.
me in this room. This is like my personal stuff. Even though I do a whole lot of stuff, but it's like it's your one thing that you keep to yourself, and your
Yeah.
phone is one of those. It's personal.
Okay, before the
Okay.
countdown ends, right? Arshawn does have a question. He says, I've been in and out, but when you finish with relationship questions, please ask why Side Duck and Pikachu are your favorites.
Huh?
Mhm.
What? Well, Pikachu was a gift. Pikachu is almost everybody's favorite, and Psyduck is my favorite because it's the
Psyduck
Pokemon
is
with the
hilarious.
Mhm.
it has the most character of all the Pokemons. Like is constantly worried. Like I identify a
Mm.
lot with Psyduck. Like you can be smart, you're constantly worried. I'm constantly with a headache. And it can be goofy
Yeah.
sometimes. So if we're gonna get serious, we get serious. But yeah, I feel like Psyduck is pretty easygoing. He's chill. I like him a lot.
Right, right. Well, time is up. So,
Time's up.
Yaretas, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to give you this wonderful live talk. And matter of fact, it felt more like a genuine conversation more than just interviews. So I appreciate the flow and the naturality of it.
Oh,
And
thank you.
with that being said, we will highlight you so that way you can shout out to your Twitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch
Make sure
gang
y'all follow
gang.
her, please.
Yes, the
Yes.
teach game. Bah, bah,
Gang
bah,
gang.
bah,
Pew,
bah.
pew.
Exactly. Make sure y'all take the time to follow Yaretas. Okay,
Yes.
24.
Hey everybody for the background. If
Mhm.
they didn't know, my name is Yaretas 24. I am your hardcore streamer, your hardcore gamer, super cozy, chill. That place you want to come and have a conversation. I will literally stop the game to have a combo with you. So yeah, come stop by. I stream mostly on the weekends. And one day during the week that is Wednesday, but that Wednesday I separated to be with you guys and for the lovely people of knowledge and relationships. So, hey, stop by and chill with me. You might see me with my tiny hands or my gazillion onesie. So, check out what's the one that I will be wearing that day.
Isn't it hard to
Mhm.
stop in the middle of the game to have a conversation? Isn't it hard a little bit?
That's why I select cozy games. Cozy games, you can stop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because if I'm playing something that I'm going to be concentrated and I'm not going to pay attention to my viewers the way that they're used to, no, that's the game that's going to be played off game. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
yeah, I have a
Mhm.
selection of games that I play for real. I chill, do the cozy vibes. They might see me putting together building together Lego sets because I'm obsessed with them. Last time that I streamed was
Oh.
303 pieces Pokeball Lego
Mm.
set, and I have a few other ones to go. So yeah, I just have the chill vibes. Like I'm coming here just to chill, put some music. You might hear me singing reggaeton a lot.
So, yo, and speaking of Pokemon, have you ever played this Pokemon game to where you had to meet up with people and battle them?
Are you talking about
Because I had to meet up
Pokemon
with
Unite?
somebody at Walmart to battle them.
Oh, you're talking about Pokemon Go.
There we
Shit,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go is my shit.
Just
Yeah, that's
regular
dope.
Pokeballs.
That was dope.
All right,
Yeah.
so I know this is like the end, but before we play the outro, our outro, we want to also play again the intermissions. So for the ones who are tuning in and doesn't know how to click this, look, you'll be surprised. Okay, a lot of these people, I have to explain to them how to hit the subscribe button. If you like to subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships, if you like to get notified, there's a little bell right that you have to kind of click on. Click the notification bell and then hit all. I'll show you.
Yeah.
And don't forget, the most important thing is
I'm the
to
best.
share the videos. And don't forget to drink your coffee as well. So remember again, hit the notification bell. It is that simple. Hopefully these videos help teach you guys and ladies how to hit the notification bell. So that way when we go live, you will be notified. You gotta make sure that you log into your YouTube channels.
Yes.
So hopefully that visual definitely does help.
Yes.
And then also, that being said, we're gonna play our main outro, but we gotta give a shout out to DJ Eddie King, our music producer.
Oh no! Hold on. And, you already played the main. You already played the outro. You already played it.
Okay, and then shout out to Mr. Best in the World.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Salute to the whole team. Yaretas, thank you for joining us. We truly appreciate you. You know what I mean?
I will shout out. Follow you on Twitter. I would follow you.
Shout out
Twitch. Yeah.
Shout out to
Twitch. Sorry, Twitch.
Oh, and
shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in chat land. We definitely appreciate you. You know what I mean? Definitely please follow Yaretas on Twitch. You know what I mean? Follow her journey, follow what she's doing. She's super dope. You know what I mean? We definitely look forward to doing some great stuff with her. You know what I mean? Somebody came in late, but they came in. Good to see you, Queen. And yes. Also, I want to thank everybody who You know what I mean? On the panel as well. Let me thank Queen Forever 2K before she shares her Queen. You got one question because we gotta roll out. DJ Eddie King, our music producer. You know what I'm saying? Want to thank Big Rick Slaps and Be Easy. Thank y'all for your great work on the on the intermissions. You know what I mean? And 3, you know what it is. First Lady Tammy, what's going on? Damo, conversation with Damo's coming up real soon, y'all. You know, brunch time with Queen Dom will be back, I believe. I don't think it's this Saturday. I think it's the following Saturday, but we will figure it out. We got something coming up for y'all. So please, everybody check us out. You know what I mean? And we will be back tomorrow. Yes, we will. We'll be back tomorrow, okay? So check us out. So Queen Forever 2K, welcome back. I hope you are actually awake, Queen.
Whatever.
Do you have a question or do you have anything you would like to say to Yaretas before we go out?
I was gonna say I'm sorry I left you alone with these dudes.
I
I apologize. No, I was just gonna say I'm not gonna ask anything because I feel like it's just gonna be redundant because I gotta watch the replay. But did you enjoy your interview? Look, hush puppies. I got my ketchup. I got my ketchup and my hot dog. I'm coming. I know.
All right, you got 30 seconds.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, did you enjoy your interview? Yeah, that's it. Nothing major.
Yeah, like I did. It was very it was very insightful because it's kind of like the first time that I had an interview. It's not like I was gonna get, interview for a job. So it was the first time I was not nervous. Yeah, the first time I was not nervous for it, but it actually transitioned into a conversation, so it was very chill. So it was very nice.
Where are you from? Your
Colombia.
accent.
Hold on. You only get one question, Queen.
You said Colombia? Be quiet.
One question, and that's it. That's all.
Time is up. Well, you interrupted me with your little hush puppies.
Hey, you came late. I'm sorry. All right.
If you watch the replay, she says where she's from. You gotta watch the replay.
Your trailer park background. You're in a trailer park.
Hey! That's part of the city right now.
That's a nice trailer park.
Yeah,
if it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah,
you know
okay. It's all good. I'll hit you on the low. That's all right. They hating. That's why I should have came up earlier to save you.
Yeah.
And then you also would have known where she was from too. You would have came up early because she said that already.
Right. That's okay.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
So you catch the replay. Watch for 2.5 hours of it too.
Yeah.
Until then, the time is up. So, anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in to Knowledge and Relations on YouTube. Go ahead and grab your drinks and then just go watch something else. But other than that, get your minds right. Follow Yaretas. Okay, I'm gonna post it up again for you guys. Damn, where is it? I'm gonna post it up. There we go. So Yaretas, okay, which is www.twitch.tv/Yaretas24. If y'all don't have a Twitch account, y'all slipping and tripping. Okay,
go get one.
So go ahead and get yourself a Twitch account. It only takes minutes just to create a goddamn account. All right. I don't want to hear no excuses.
All right.
With that being said,
so stop twitching and get on Twitch. All right.
Exactly. Because otherwise you're just tweaking. So don't be tweeting. All right. So with that being said, we are out, everyone.
Later, y'all.
All right. Bye, everybody.
DJ.